Hello and welcome back to Valhalla. In the last episode, Sei and Virgilio stopped by the bar. Virgilio actually gave us some pretty good advice about not beating ourselves up too much, and Sei was just a comforting presence, and we really needed that because in the last episode, we got some news about the death of our ex, which really hit us hard. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Stella and Sei make me a bit jealous. And we're ready. And let's turn on the TV to the news. Back. Looks like you've calmed down. I still feel like kicking myself, make no mistake, but I guess I did cool down a bit. Sei helped a lot with that one though. I just can't stay mad when I see her. Speaking of which, where is she? I believe that she went outside to look for that Stella girl or something. The way you are right now, it feels like I should be protecting you. Hey, the only thing hindering me is the broken arm. I've gone into burning buildings with a 2 centimeter deep cut. Yeah, I remember that one. 1 millimeter more and you would have lost the motor function in your arm. Welcome. Hello Jill. What's this about protecting who? Yeah, I'm sort of like Stella's unofficial bodyguard, but I'm not really fit for such duties right now. My father insists I go everywhere with protection, so most of the time I only ask Sei if she feels like going out. She's trained to deal with the kind of things that bodyguards deal with anyway. And she's more fun to hang around with, too. So I'm assuming that gorilla outside is a bodyguard? That's Buster. Pretty cool guy. He played football professionally until he lost his leg in a demolition derby. We've offered him an implant surgery for all of his years of service, but he rejects it every time. Well, he got used to the replacement he's using, so maybe it's for the best. It's a thick oak branch on a metal bowl tied to a stump. And yet he can still run faster than me with it. True. Do you want something? I'm fine right now. A Brantini, a big one. I'm in a good mood. Alright, one big Brantini for Stella. And I believe big just means double everything. So 12 aldehyde. 6, oh shoot. Whoops. Reset. So that's 12 aldehyde, 6 powdered delta, and 2 parmeterine. Age it and mix it. Alright, let's serve it up. Here. After all these years, I still don't get why the finest and most expensive things come in small packages. Ever tried to go into a restaurant only for them to serve you a really small portion of some fine food? Sometimes you just want to stuff yourself with really cheap food. Say, let's go for some hamburgers later. I'm not taking no for an answer. I know what you mean when you say some, you know? You might as well call the place and tell them to prepare everything in advance. Can I ask you two something? Sure. I guess. How did you two meet? Stella showed up in the park I used to play at when I was a kid. We played a couple of times. She started showing up more and more, and that was it. My father told me that when I was 5, I kept insisting on going to a real kids park. We drove for some time, and the park I liked was the one Sei happened to be at. Have you ever seen a girl in a dress go to a muddy park? She learned her lesson and started showing up in more fitting clothes. But man, that's a scene I can't forget. So it sounds like you two have known each other for most of your lives. I've known her longer than I've known my own father. Why the question? No reason, it's just, you look so comfortable with each other. Any other person could have sworn you were an item. An item? What kind of item? A couple, Sei. Oh, I get it now. It's funny because we actually earned a mock prize of sorts for best couple at Stella's high school. 3 years in a row. So you two didn't go to the same high school. Oh. Don't you have any childhood friends, Jill? Childhood friends? I can't really think of any. My grandpa, I guess. What kind of man was he? Gruff. Oh, shoot, I actually didn't get to... I missed that, But around me, he was different. I have memories of him barking orders to my dad, only to turn around and play with me gently. It's interesting though, he was my mom's dad, but after my mom and dad separated, he stayed with my dad. But yeah, he is the one that comes to mind when I think about childhood friends. Ooh. Hey Jill, what's this Bloom Light? It's a spicy drink. Tastes nice the first time, but it gets samey after a while. It's also brown for some reason. Give me one of those, please. I'll have one too. On it, 2 Bloom Lights for the girls. Alright, that's 4 aldehyde, 1 powder delta, 2 flanner guides, and 3 carbotrine. Age it on the rocks and blend it. And stop. Oh, what did we mess up? 1 powder delta, 2 flanner guide, 3 carbotrine. We aged it and we put it. Oh, mix. Oh, shoot. I thought it was blended. 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Age ice. Mix. There we go. And then for slot 2, do the same. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Age ice. And mix it. Alright, let's serve it up. Here. I don't know, I kind of like it. Yeah, but after the third one, it starts tasting like sand. A spicy sand, but sand nonetheless. Oh, who's dimming the light? Huh, I guess she had too much before it came. Well, that she must be still tired. From the whole bank thing? She told me about everything that happened in there. To be honest, I don't think I would have made it out in one piece. Or I don't think I would have made it in her place. I guess I should be thankful for the nanomachine treatment she went through as a White Knight. Treatment? Trauma suppressors. Basically, it helps with the healing process of PTSD. It's mandatory for every White Knight, regardless of division. Still, healing can only do so much. For 3 days, that bank was hell, and poor Sei is still paying for it. The disbanding of the White Knights and subsequent persecution of those who were identified as former members. It's unfair, you know? Among all the people using the White Knights to further their own goals, Sei was one of the few that was actually believed, or that actually believed in what they were supposed to do. It paid off, though. The doctor who treated her wounds was the same one she's always assisted with accidents and emergencies. He treated her at no cost whatsoever. Well, that's good karma and all that. She's earned the god's favor, I think. But you know, all of that made me realize that I might be a bad person. How? When I saw Sei wounded asking for help, a part of me was happy. After all this time needing her, she finally needed me. I felt truly useful to her for the first time. How sad is that? Sometimes the best help one can provide is to stay alive. Who knows, maybe it was the idea of coming back to you that helped her. And I guess you wouldn't be a human without thoughts like that once in a while. Maybe. Can I get you anything else? I'm good. I should be leaving actually. Come Sei, let's get hamburgers and go home. Yeah. We'll be leaving now. Thank you, please come again. Feeling better? No, I just don't reek of rage. But I still feel like a piece of shit. Little steps, I guess. Oh, it's Kim. We haven't... Has she even returned since? It's been a while since we've seen her. She's the newspaper intern. Ah, Kim, welcome. I hope I don't have to censor any of your language in today's episode. Because I had to do that the first time she showed up. I was afraid I'd mix up the directions and end up in someone's house or something. What can I get you? I'll have a sunshine cloud, please. Sure. Alright, a sunshine cloud. 2 aldehyde, 2 Bronson extracts, optional carbotrine, on the rocks and blended. Alright, let's serve it up. That actually looks pretty good. Here. Thanks. So how's work on the webpaper? Oh, I quit. What? Yep, I went to the office of that chauvinistic horseblower and told him I quit. Why did you do that? Well, after I got drunk and overslept, I missed some assignments. My supervisor yelled at me for being late. I got the mandatory bullying. So at some point I just kind of snapped at it and said that I didn't have to put up with that. So I quit. Ah, I see. Sorry again about that, by the way. Oh, don't worry, I should be the one apologizing. Lashing out like that the next day and all. Don't you have any second thoughts? Regret anything? I guess you always have second thoughts. Even if you do what you want, you'll still think what if. Even so, I was getting physically sick there. I dreaded the arrival of every morning. I even almost... What I'm saying is, I don't know what I'll do, but it's certainly better than being there. I feel free. Free. It's a wonderful feeling, you know? I feel like now I can find something that I care about. I won't return to the augmented eye, but I could still pursue journalism with another outlet. I haven't felt like this in... well, never. What about your family? They weren't happy, that's for sure. My dad took it better, but my mom freaked out, to put it mildly. What are you gonna do and all that? But I'm not here about that. Give me a big drink, please. What kind? I don't know, bubbly or something? And the guide says we need to give her a big fringe weaver. So it's 2 aldehyde and it's 18 carmetrine. And age it and mix it. If detergent commercials are to be believed, this will clean out my insides. It'll also kill things inside you. I gotta ask though, how did you end up working there? No deep reason. That's what I did when I got out of high school. Taking a year off was out of the question, so I went for the first thing I thought about. But I couldn't get into the robotics course, so I settled for journalism. To be honest, I got tired of the job midway through, but I couldn't bring myself to leave. Too much pressure from my family. It's a really common tale, I guess. Did you have troubles like those? Same story as you, I just went through the motions. From high school to college, I never stopped to think about what I was doing. And then at some point, I just felt like my life slipped through my fingers. Suddenly, all that I wanted was freedom, a little pause to stop and take a breather. And my life went to hell for that fucking breather. Give me a... something. Something? Sorry, I just have a dry mouth. Anything will do. Alright. Apparently we need to give her some rum. So, yeah, let's serve it up. Here. Thanks. I feel like I asked something I shouldn't have. Don't fret about it. I'm just in a rough spot right now. What are you gonna do now? Honestly, I don't know. I do feel liberated, however. Like, I can do whatever I want, study whatever I like, work whenever I want. I know it's not that way, and it won't be easy, but I feel a lot more confident than when I was out of high school. I honestly don't know, I just honestly don't get why they put young people who barely know how society works through that one. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Your mental health should be your priority and all that. Thanks, I really needed the encouragement. Well, you should come back if you need some more encouragement. I wouldn't dare leave someone alone when it comes to this sort of thing. Thanks. Bye, Jill. Please come again. You should take some of that advice for yourself. I know. Let's call it a day for now. You need some rest. Yeah. Oh, Dorothy's back. Speaking of censoring dialogue. Dorothy, I'm sorry, but we're just closing. I know, I came for you. For me? Why are you hugging me? I paid her to do that. All night long. Come again? To put it simply, Dorothy will go home with you and she won't leave your side. What do you hope to accomplish with that? Well, at first it was to calm that rage you had earlier. It was either hugs or a cold bucket, and I don't promise there'll be any water in it. You calmed down a bit though, but honestly I know better than to leave you alone for another night. At the very least, all the cuddling will give you an epiphany or something. That's some alien reasoning right there. It's not. You need hugs, and many. You need some humanoid contact right now. You had your alone time, now we're playing by my rules. Please take care of me. All right. Oh, we got a bonus from our boss. Treat yourself, buy something nice for you and Dorothy. That's really nice of her. But all right, that's where we'll leave it for today's episode. And I guess we're spending the night with Dorothy. Not really in the manner people normally spend nights with Dorothy, but she's just here to cuddle with us. So we'll see how that goes in the next episode. So yeah, until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then.